Mike Leonard from the Herald Times. I'm supposed to interview somebody called General Kelsey. Is that you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just a minute. Come on in, Mike. Thanks for coming to my dressing room. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would to get ready. Well, what do you think of my hair?
Well, it's different. Lots of colors. It's definitely different. Are you really going to wear all those sequins?
Hey, sequins are where it's at these days. All the big stars wear sequins, and let's face it, Mike, I'm a big star now.
Well, if you say so. Delusions of grandeur? Okay, tell me about the show. How's it going to open?
Well, let's go out to the set. I can explain it a little bit better out there. Oh, Mike, do you remember Arbutus Cunningham?
Sure. Hi, Arbutus.
Hi, Mike! Watch where you step!
What for? Cue the elephants! Okay, tap dancers!
It's kind of loud out here. Quiet on the set. Who did that? Well, anyway, Mike, we start with a big band overture. I was thinking about Purple Haze. Then we shoot Arbutus Cunningham out of that cannon over there.
Cannon! Kelsey, you may think you're a big star, but you're going to look like a comet in a minute when I light your tail on fire. I am not going out of a cannon.
Oh,
Rebellion in the ranks. There is a story here.
don't worry about that, Arbutus. We got you a stunt double.
Thank you, General Kelsey, for this opportunity to get into show business. Like you said, the exposure I get from this role is going to simply make my career.
Exposure's right, sugar. You go around dressed like that, you're going to catch your death cold. And you, Kelsey, you look like Elvis at the tail end of a 6-week ding-dong binge. What is this general stuff?
Well, you know, Arbutus, I've been a colonel for many years, but now that I'm a big star, I thought it was time for a promotion.
I'm going to promote you upside your head.
So, Mike, back to the opening act here. The stunt double gets caught in the air by the handsome young trapeze artist. They announce the beginning of the show from 50 feet up in the air. The fireworks go off. Then the trained elephants come on.
Where are the trained elephants coming on from?
Oh, they're Republican elephants. Took early retirement.
You should have gone to the other party, Colonel Kelsey. You're acting like a jackass.
Dissension between the stars. This article could get me another journalism award.
Anyway, I think the elephants need bigger parts.
I don't know. Their parts look pretty big to me.
Oh, elephant trainer.
Yes.
When the tap dancers come on, could you get the elephants to join in and tap dance along with them?
Sorry, they're Republican elephants. The rhythm was bred out of them long ago.
What do they do?
These days, they just stand around and bellow.
That's no good. Cut the elephants.
Oh, I can't do that now. They're too busy to pack their trunks.
Busy doing what?
Pulling themselves apart. You see, Dick has always stayed in line right behind George, but just now, when you called a halt, George was glad to stop, but Dick kept going at full speed, and Dick's head went right. That is, they're sort of, well...
I get the picture.
Yes, Russian neuter trying to pull Dick's head free, and Sarah has just turned her back on everybody.
How like her. Well, get them out of here as soon as you can. And anyway, Mike, the tap dancers, come on. I sing my opening number. It will be the first time anyone's ever done the aria from Aida in a whiskey baritone.
Kelsey, this is listener-supported community radio. You start singing, and we're going to be listener-assaulted radio.
We'll talk about that and about your future with this show later, Arbutus. Okay, everybody, hit it. Cue the cannon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's Mike Kelsey's Radio Variety Extravaganza, starring
General Mike Kelsey.
Hold Everything.
The timely appearance of the chairman of the WFHB Board of Directors, Carolyn Vanderweel, who doesn't look pleased.
Just you hold on there a minute, Colonel Kelsey.
That's General Kelsey.
It's Colonel Kelsey, and if you're not careful, it may be Private Kelsey. Will Murphy's the general manager of this radio station, and that's about all the generals we really need. And you, sir, are running way, way over budget.
But Carolyn, this is our stimulus package. We have to spend a lot of money to get contributions flowing again. President Obama's doing it.
Mike, do I look like President Obama?
Well, actually, no. Your ears don't stick out quite enough.
All right, now, you can stop by dropping this trapeze act.
You're making a big mistake here, but okay. Drop the trapeze, artists. That'll save some money. And the joke was pretty cheap, too.
It's a start, but Colonel, it's all got to go.
Everything? The tap dancers? My opening number? La, 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 la. The aerial bombs?
The only aerial bombs we can afford are your jokes.
Oh, this just gets better and better. Let me see. Firm management decisions save show. Eat my shorts, HT. This'll get me a job with USA Today.
Colonel Kelsey, the people don't want a star-studded production. They just want a nice little radio show with music and laughs, that kind of thing, right?
Okay. Okay, everybody. Switch to the alternate script.
Colonel Kelsey,
Yes?
as Barack Obama said to Sonia Sotomayor, break a leg.
Hit it, boys.
Live from the palatial Buzzkirk Chumley Theater, nestled in the heart of beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana, it's WFHB's Community Radio Stimulus Package. It's 2 full hours of fun and music, featuring the radio acting debut of the voice of Indiana University sports, Mr. Don Fisher, the mighty Firehouse Art Players, the musical sounds of Small Potatoes, Mr. Art Heckman, Ginger Curry, Dennis Riggins' Firehouse Swing Thing, and a few surprises. And to start things off, here's WFHB's own Spice Girl, the delectable diva du jour, Ginger Curry.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again.
TVs went digital and they couldn't figure out what they were doing, so they decided to do the sensible thing and turn on their radio.
Oh, my. Turn
Your
the
turn.
radio on. Is it my turn? Oh, Kelsey, the opening act of your dreams was a nightmare, but it's lovely to have Miss Ginger Curry back with us.
It is indeed. I'm telling you, Arbutus, this could have been a huge show. Huge. But WFHB has had to cut back expenses on a lot of things.
Not my salary. No, not my salary. They promised me to double it. I'm going to get a 100% raise this year. You watch.
Well, what'd you
I got
get
it in
paid for the
writing.
last show?
I didn't get paid anything for the last show.
Well, then I'm sure they're going to double your salary.
That's so funny.
A couple of weeks ago, though, I was at a meeting of the Programming Austerity Committee at WFHB, and Carolyn Vanderweel said,
Now look, WFHB has got to build up listenership to increase contributions, but we can't afford to spend a lot of money on developing new programs. Anybody got any ideas for shows we could do without breaking the bank?
Well, call-in shows are very popular, and they don't cost much money.
Yeah, that's right. And in Bloomington, there are lots of people who'll talk your ear off if you give them the chance.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that's not going to work for us. We actually tried doing a call-in program a while back, and it didn't come out very well. I've got a recording of the show we did. Just listen to this.
I disagree with the last caller. I respectfully disagree. I don't have any intention of marginalizing the caller or making light of his membership in the People for the Ethical Treatment of Insects. We all know that pet is big these days, and I'm sure many insects are truly wonderful in their heart of hearts, although not in my house. And please understand, I don't want to suggest that the caller's opinions are not worth listening to, even though they're not, because we all need to have a voice and be respected by our fellow members of this marvelously diverse community in which we are so privileged to live and move and have our being. And I just wanted to say that what did that last caller talk about anyway?
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to find something.
so you see, Arbutus, that's why I thought we could have a really big, exciting show here. But Carolyn put her foot down.
She
We had to cancel Johnny Depp,
Oh.
Larry Hovis, and the Spinal Tap Unplugged show, and... Hello? Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, we just can't use you on the show tonight. But since you've come all this way, we got you dinner at the Chocolate Moose and a room at the Grant Street Inn. Thanks anyway.
Who was that?
The Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Hallelujah. Kelsey, if our budget's been sliced,
Diced, julienned, mashed,
then what can we afford for tonight's show?
small potatoes.
Small potatoes.
We'd like to start our portion of the program with a public service announcement.
Some redneck with the rifles put a bullet through the cow that the State Highway Commission has put up for all to see. Just to warn unwary motorists that cows don't pay attention when they go to cross the highway to a place they'd rather be. That cow is not a trophy cause it hadn't any antlers, and it wasn't any challenge cause it couldn't even move. And being painted on aluminum, the poor thing couldn't bleed, and so we're left without a hint of what this fella tried to prove. So now he's gone and left us with a perforated signboard that was meant to keep a driver from colliding with a cow. And in a way that sign's condition sends an even stronger warning, cause that Yahoo and his rifle are at large somewhere right now.
Go prairie moon hanging high up in the sky. Makes the doggies moo and it makes the cows cry. I love that prairie moon. That big old prairie moon. In the bright neon lights of New
makes the doggies moo and it makes the cows cry. Oh, I love that prairie moo. Oh, let me go prairie moo. No, right now. Moo, 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 moo.
I'm so far away from
Moo,
home.
moo, moo, moo. He's got himself a partner in that big old prairie moo. Holds him in its loving arm beams till the morning comes. That big old prairie moo
And hanging high up in the sky makes the doggies moo and makes the cows crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I love that prairie moo. Oh, that big old prairie moo. Watch out. Hallelujah, that big old prairie moo. Hi-dee-oh, hallelujah, 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 hi-dee-oh, hallelujah, that big old prairie moo.
Well, thank you. Thank you. But I didn't hear anybody yodeling along when Jackie said everybody. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We were playing in Houston a couple years ago, and everybody did, and it
It's one
scared
of the
us.
scariest things we ever heard, man.
So thank you for your restraint. Also, thank you for your restraint. It's nice to see you. They have the house lights up here. It's really nice to see you out there. But we were a little trepidatious because ever since last summer, we're kind of scared of our audiences. We played at a clothing optional resort. Understand we had our clothes out on, and our audience not so much, you know. Picture your audience naked? I don't think so. I don't think so. Why is it always the last people you want to see naked who are the people who want to be naked in front of you, you know?
And they're, of course, the ones that want to come up to you and have this really long, intimate conversation. And you got to look them in the eyes the entire time. It's really...
Oh, it could have been worse. We were like the last concert act, and after us, they had a dance. Twist and Shout will never be the same song for me again.
Mine is a goodness gracious, great... No, okay.
Oh, we only have time for one more song, so we better get going here, right?
Yeah, you know, time flies.
Who's that face in the mirror? Looking back at me, looking slightly different than the one I saw last week. The more I see, the more I know. When it feels like I'm just growing up, I'm really growing old. Time flies, and I can't get off the ground. And the hands on the clock go spinning round and round. And the days keep running against my will. And time keeps flying by, but I'm standing still. Every time I turn around, dust is piling up like snow on the windowsill. And every time I turn, got the checkbook out and I'm paying that same bill. And every time I turn around, I'm putting out the trash on garbage day. And every time I turn, well, there's another line on my face I can't erase. Every time I turn around, that mess I just cleaned up is back again. Every time I turn, the roof is leaking and the rain's pouring in. And every time I turn around, I woke up late, I wasted half my day. Every time I turn, well, there's another year's gone by I can't replace. And now time is a builder, and time can make things fall apart. I'm running around with a hammer and a patch kid, wondering where to start. The more I learn, the less I know. And the closer I get to the top of the hill, the farther I have to go. Now the time flies, and I can't get off the ground. And the hands on the clock go spinning round and round. And the days keep running against my will. And time keeps flying by, but I'm standing still. Yep. The days are running against my will. And time keeps flying by, but I'm standing still. Thank you.
Small potatoes. That's Jackie and Rich. They'll be back. And you know, they're good on any budget, Arbutus. But we almost didn't get them.
What was the problem?
Well, they had a rider in their contract saying that their dog only eats truffles. And so we hired 3 pigs to sniff out truffles. You know, pigs do that. But it turned out the pigs weren't feeling well.
Oh dear, I hope it wasn't.
No, it wasn't the apocalypse. It was head colds. They all had head colds. But it seems that a pig with a head cold couldn't smell a truffle if he was sitting on it. But Jackie and Rich were cool. They said they worked for peanuts. And we had a lot of those around after we fired the elephants.
I have a question, Colonel Kelsey. Has WFHB been able to develop some cheap new shows yet?
Well, we did make a demo for a game show.
Game shows are stupid, but they don't cost very much. Can we hear the demo?
No sooner said than stung.
It's time for another exciting episode of Name That Toxic Asset. And here's your host, Alan Givmore.
Thank you, Ben Burn Your Hanky, and thank you. Now here's how we play our game. I open a sealed envelope and read aloud the description of a famous toxic asset. Our 4 contestants must identify that asset and its current owner, the poor slob who holds the paper on it. The first contestant with the complete right answer gets 50 points.
And for each correct answer, you'll hear this sound. And if the answer is incorrect, you'll hear this.
At the end of the game, the contestant with the most points will qualify for TARP financing of $2 million, not to be repaid until 2059. And all our contestants, they'll receive a copy of the new book by Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner, How to Pay a Lot Less in Taxes. And now, Ben, tell us about this week's contestants.
Right you are, Alan. Sitting in chair number 1 this week, we have investment banker Julian Bannister Smythe, who divides his time between offices in Wall Street and on the London Financial District. He says he'll use his winnings to cash in on some great deals.
Cheerio, Alan.
One can pick up industrial giants and union pension funds for a song these days. And the song, I believe, is called Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? But in these times of economic challenge, naturally, we all have to make sacrifices. Why, just the other day, I had to tell my wife she couldn't have a new BMW this year. The poor thing was absolutely distraught.
And in chair number 2, we have Chester Trail Mix, a cowboy from Muleshoe, Texas. He says he'll use any money he wins to finance a genetic research project aimed at developing a new breed of legless and tailless cattle. Tell us about that, Chester.
Well, us cowboys spend way too much time on the trail chasing them critters. And when you get right down to it, no one eats cow drumsticks anyhow. As for the tails, well, the Brits eat them, I guess, but that just shows how useless they are. I beg your pardon, braised oxtail is a dish fit for a king. Well, there you go. Really?
Contestant number 3 is Damian McCool, a jazz musician from Pleasantville, Kansas. He'll use his winnings to invest in what he describes as an agricultural project that I can't really tell the government about, but which will go fabuloso in the jazz community. Sounds interesting, Damien.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, we don't get too many folks in the jazz club here in Pleasantville, but if we had a little, herbal salad to offer, yeah, it could make the whole town more like laid back. It'll be farm out, man, really out of state.
And last, but probably not least, because he's bought and paid for, in the 4th chair tonight we have Richard McBride, a politician from Chicago, Illinois, and he's pledged not to take a dime of his winnings, Alan. It'll all go to the McBride for Governor Political Action Committee.
Hey, I'm just carrying on a long tradition here, We've had lots of governors and mayors who've shown the whole country what to do with money, no matter where it comes from. And some of them are going to be getting out of jail soon. And of course, if you can help further my career in what we're always careful to call public service, I won't forget it, if you catch my drift.
Oh, I caught it, McBride, but it's too small and I'm tossing it back. Okay, now, it's time to play the game. First question, please. And the first question is, I'm a commercial industrial farm complex in Northern California which is touted as the ultimate green business, but the state of California and the United States government are currently not in agreement over whether I can legally be operated, and recently the Supreme Court said it's not going to inhale. Who am I?
Damian McCool.
Hey, dig it, Cat. That's the Ken Kesey Memorial Pot Plantation, just outside Sonoma Beach, California. They used to grow some primo stuff there, all medical grade, of course. But during the Bush administration, the government kept confiscating the crop and taking it all back to Washington.
So far, so good, Damien. But remember, the second half of your answer, who owns the paper on it?
Oh, man, papers, yeah. You gotta have papers. I got it, zigzag.
Ooh, sorry, Damien, that's not correct. Mr. McBride.
Alan, the correct answer to that one is the Big Rush Pharmaceutical Company from Limbaugh, Missouri. They bought the farm several years ago so they could maintain the oxy-continuity of their product line. Right now, they're all kind of holding their breath, if you know what I mean.
You're absolutely right, Richard. It's a Big Rush deal all the way.
And that's 50 perfectly legal points for our Chicago politician.
Bummer, man.
And now here's question number 2. I'm a 37-room palatial estate located on the shorefront of Lake Wobegon, Minnesota. I recently barely escaped foreclosure. Who am I?
Chester Trail Mix.
Alan, that's got to be John McCain's property. You remember back during the election when he was counting up how many houses he had? And he tried to make some points with the baby boomers by saying his son was in the 7th house. Well, he kind of forgot. They're a little slow tonight, but we'll wait for him. It's all right. He kind of forgot to mention the place in Lake Wobegon because he hadn't paid the taxes on it.
That's right, Chester. But in order to score, tell me, who owns it now?
When a sheriff got set to seize it for taxes, old John sold it off real quick to the Sarah Palin Savings and Earmarks Company. She sounds like she's from Minnesota anyhow.
You got it, Chester.
And now Al Franken says he's going to turn it into Army Post and put a garrison in it.
That's 50 points for the Cowboy, Alan.
Right you are, Ben. And here's our next question. I used to be a proud world leader who made Detroit famous, but lately I've been begging for small change in Washington, D.C. I've always been convinced that size matters, but I just can't keep it up anymore. Who am I?
Julian Bannister Smythe.
Alan, that simply must be the American automobile industry. You know, Ford, General Motors, and that third company, the one with the pointy building in New York. They used to be so innovative in finding ways to give money to your people in your federal government, but today they're desperately trying to get it all back.
So far, so good, Julian. But who owns the American automobile industry now?
Why, the people who've been left holding the bally sack, of course. The Automobile Workers Union.
I'm sorry, Julian, that's not the correct answer. Anyone else?
Richard McBride.
Alan, the answer to that is obvious to any real American who's been economically stimulated. The biggest industrial failure since the steel industry and satellite radio is now owned by the American taxpayer.
That's right, Richard. And you've earned another 50 points.
Alan, that puts McBride in the lead with 100 points, with Cowboy Trail Mix in second place with 50 points. Banker Bannister Smythe and musician McCool are scoreless as we come to our fourth and final question.
Thanks, Ben. And here it is. Contestants, in all fairness, I should warn you that this is a trick question, so take your time. And the question is, I am best symbolized by a military installation in Kentucky which holds well over 4,000 tons of one particular chemical element that...
Damien McCool.
That's gotta be Fort Knox, man. They got more gold than Acapulco.
Sorry, Damien, I told you this was the quick trick question, and it's not a good idea to jump the gun on a military installation. The entire question is, I am best symbolized by a military installation in Kentucky which holds well over 4,000 tons of one particular chemical element. Once I dominated the world and was the envy of all, but my last boss ran up more debt than all my previous bosses put together. Who am I?
Julian Bannister Smythe.
It was indeed the second part of the question that gave it away, Alan. The toxic asset in question here is clearly the entire American economy.
That's right, Julian, but now you've got to get the second part of the question correct in order to put a score on the board. You certainly ought to know the answer. If investment bankers know anything, who holds the paper on the entire American economy?
Alan, I must first of all give due credit here to all those wonderful people running large international corporations and lobbyist firms who keep bankers like me solvent and made this possible. The entire American economy has been bought up by the United States federal government.
Oh, I'm sorry, Julian, that's not correct. I'm afraid your wife won't be getting that BMW until 2011.
Good Lord, she's going to want one of my body parts.
Hey, I thought he was right. Maybe I'm in the wrong business.
Does anyone else have the answer?
Damien McCool.
Hey, it ain't about all us fat cats anymore, man. It's we, the people, all the way. The people of the United States own the American economy now.
Sorry, Damien. That sounds good, but it's just not true.
Chester Trail Mix.
Hey, Alan, we're talking about the entire United States economy here. Now, you get far enough outside of Washington, the way us cowboys do out on the trail, and it's easy to see the whole economy's just all turned upside down. Now, everybody knows you travel to the other side of the world and you're standing upside down. And who's living on the other side of the world? The Chinese. It's all right side up to them. Now, they've been grazing around over here lately, and any cowboy will tell you that where you got cow pies, you got cows. So all I got to say is, ni hao ma,
Dway la, ho han ha, Nina,
and how, Shashi.
bushy, bushy.
You got that right.
And so do you, Chester Trail Mix. Alan, we've got a tie. Richard and Chester both have 100 points.
Well, so we do, Ben, so we do. It's time for the tiebreaker, then a sudden death question for both of you.
Alan, it's about to open a tiebreaker envelope. Who will get the answer first? Who will walk off with the big bucks? Will our Texas cowboy develop his legless cows? Or will the politician from Chicago get a stake in his political future?
And the question is, who is buried in Grant's tomb? Come, gentlemen, who's buried in Grant's tomb? Quickly now, time's almost up. I'm sorry, gentlemen. It's the hopes of all academics and researchers whose funding has dried up that are buried in Grant's tomb.
Well, Alan, looks like we have no winners this week.
Ah, rats, dang nabbit, how exceedingly unfortunate. Bummer, man, bummer.
That's right, Ben. So our grand prize bailout goes up to $4 million of TARP money. Be with us next time, folks. Until then, name those toxic assets and then dump them.
Colonel Kelsey, each of those contestants bore an astonishing resemblance to Richard Fish.
Yes, we did save a good deal of money that way. Enough, I think, to get Ginger Curry to do another song for us.
Now listen, Daddy, I want to tell you, please get out of my sight. I'm playing quits now, I'm leaving this very night. You've had your day, no use to sit around and frown. You've been a good old wagon, Daddy, but you done broke down. You better get yourself to the blacksmith shop, have yourself overhauled. Ain't nothing about you make a good woman wanna bawl. I said nobody wants a little baby when a real man can be found. You've been a real good wagon, Daddy, but you done broke down. Now there's no need to shout, try to make a big show. This man has taught me more about loving, babe, than you will ever know. Well, he's the king of love for sure, and he wears a double crown. He's a good old wagon, and I know he ain't broke down. I said nobody wants a little baby when a real man can be found. You've been a good old wagon, Daddy, but you done broke down. I said nobody wants a little crybaby when a real man can be found. You've been a good old wagon, Daddy, but you done broke down.
Ginger Curry, everybody. And you know, it's really great to be able to give an opportunity to Bloomington talent because we have so much of it here in Bloomington. But even some of our most talented people have had trouble getting started. I picked up this little historical tidbit right from the internet, so I know it has to be true.
Welcome to the Brill Billing Talent Agency. How can I help you?
I'm Hoagie Carmichael, and I had an appointment.
Yes, Mr. Carmichael, was it?
Oh, that's right. Do you represent a lot of different artists here then?
Oh, yes. We represent so many types of talent. A lot of our clients are with the circus.
That would explain the elephants.
Mr. Billing, Mr. Carmichael is here to see you. Go right in, Mr. Carmichael. It's the door to the left, between the sword swallower and the fire eater.
Mr. Carmichael, come on in, sit down, please. Now, just what is it that you do, Mr. Carmichael?
I write songs.
Songwriter, yes. And what shows have your songs been in?
Shows?
Yeah, you know, musicals, shows, Broadway.
I don't think you understand. I just don't like much being a lawyer, so I write songs. I don't have anything to do with Broadway.
And you've come here to get your songs on Broadway, right? Well, you come to the right place, Mr. Carmichael.
No, actually, I'm not really interested in Broadway. I'm here because I'd like some help in getting my songs published and maybe getting some dates to perform them.
Mr. Carmichael, that's not how the business works. Nobody sings their own songs.
Actually, most of them don't have words. I play them on the piano. Mind if I sit down at your piano and show you what I'm talking about?
That's very interesting, Mr. Carmichael, but I really don't see it going anywhere. What do you call it?
Stardust.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it, Mr. Carmichael? It reminds people of the Dust Bowl. How can a song with a title like that ever have any commercial success? And, Mr. Carmichael, forgive me, but you're not involved in jazz, I hope.
Well, I do have some friends who play jazz, and after they heard me sing, they encouraged me to keep writing in that art form.
Look, Mr. Carmichael, let me lay it on the line for you here. First, jazz is not an art form. Second, everyone writes for Broadway. And third, that name of yours. You'll never get any place with a name like Hoagie. Makes you sound like a hick from Ohio.
Indiana.
Indiana?
Indiana, that's where I'm from, not Ohio.
Indiana, Ohio, New Jersey. All those western states are just places that don't fit in Manhattan. Change your name, my friend. Change your name, change your game, we'll bring you fame. You could be big, Mr. Carmichael. They could be leaving pennies on your grave. But not as Hoagie Carmichael, and not with songs like Stardust. Think about it.
I don't have to think about it. I just need to keep doing what I do. Thanks for your time. It's been an education.
Call if you change your mind, Mr. Carmichael. Hoagie.
Oh, shut up. Hey, there's a lot of musicians in this waiting room. You boys care to join me in a tune?
Yeah, okay, give us a start.
One night long ago, by the light of the moon, an old music master sat composing a tune. His spirit was soaring and his heart full of joy, when right out of nowhere stepped a little horn boy. You gotta jump it, music master, you gotta play that rhythm faster. You're never gonna get it played on the Happy Cat Hit Parade. You better tell your friend Beethoven and Mr. Reginald Dago. They better do the same as you, or they're gonna be corny too. Long about 1960 1917, jazz will come upon the scene. Then along about 1935, you begin to hear swing, boogie, woogie, and jive. You better show that big broadcaster that you're a solid music master, and you'll achieve posterity. That's a bit of advice from me. The old music master simply sat there amazed, as wide-eyed and open-mouthed he gazed and he gazed. How can you be certain, little boy? Tell me how. Because I was born, he said, 100 years from now. See, along about 1917, jazz will come upon the scene. Then about 1935, you begin to hear swing, boogie, woogie, and jive. He hit a chord that rocked the spinet and disappeared into the infinite. And up until this present day, you can take it from me, he's as right as can be. Everything has happened that way.
You're listening to WFHB Community Radio's Stimulus Package, coming to you live from the Buzzkirk Chumley Theater over WFHB 91.3 and 98.1 FM in Bloomington, Indiana, plus 100.7 in Nashville, 106.3 in Ellettsville, and streaming all over the world from FHB.org. That'd be WFHB.org for those of you really paying attention. We take you now back to WFHB's program Austerity Committee meeting, where Board Chairman Carolyn Vanderweel is speaking.
Well, so far we haven't found a workable new program idea we can afford to produce, folks. But we still got a couple of demos to hear. What's the next one?
I think I have just the ticket. We need to adapt reality radio.
Reality radio?
Sure, it's huge right now. The deal is, you use a bunch of amateurs, and you don't have to pay them anything. I've got the perfect idea for a show, Survivor Bloomington.
Well, I don't know about that. We can't afford to fly everyone off to some exotic island.
Oh, no, you don't need to do that. We just drop a bunch of people off on a traffic calming island on the north side of town. Then they have to get to that traffic circle down on Sayre Road. That means crossing the bypass, IU, and the whole business district. They'll have to cooperate or die.
Well, maybe it's worth a try.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Bloomington Survivor Reality Radio from WFHB. Today's survivors include the young entrepreneur,
Preston Puddlemall III, graduate, Kelly School of Girls. I'm here to promote my newest business startup, Knockers Plus. It's a franchise. We sell knockers and big knobs to students. I didn't do so well as an investment banker, and any Kelly grad knows how to succeed in business without really trying. And I'm happy to be out here looking up the outskirts of Bloomington.
the IU undergraduate,
I'm like Maranatha, and I was like reading tweets on my cell when all of a sudden here I was in the middle of these strange people, and now I'm like, they're saying I have to play this game, but if I win, I could get a modeling contract, so here I am, like, you know.
the last remaining native of Monroe County in Bloomington.
Well, I'm Alvin Deckard Brandiger, and I don't have any idea what this is all about. I haven't understood anything that's happened in Bloomington since they took Mayor Hooker away.
And the aging hippie couple.
Hi, I'm Lucy Junette Bannister. This is my husband, Roger. We're here because we just sort of miss being around people since the commune folded up in '86. And we just want to share the love. And besides, we heard those traffic calming circles have some pretty interesting weeds growing in them, you know?
Today, our group finds itself gearing up to cross 10th Street and take temporary refuge on the campus of Indiana University.
Okay, group. Now it's going to be difficult, but we're going to have to work together here.
Oh, that's like me. I have to pick it up. It's my best friend, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. What's up? Where are you? Oh, I'm here on 10th Street. Wait, you're fading. It's better when I move over.
Mariantha, watch out!
Oh my goodness. She walked right in front of that SUV.
Well, I think she'll be all right, but she's out of the show now.
Bloomington sure has grown. There's so much traffic now. Used to be you could just go downtown and get a good meal before they run out ladymans. And us town folk never had the cause to come up here on campus for nothing. And say, would you look at that girl across the way over there? She don't look like she's wearing a skirt.
Oh, he got hit by the ambulance that was taking Mariantha away. This is terrible. I can't take it anymore. People getting cut down like investors in a Ponzi scheme. Get me out of here. I quit. I don't want to be on this stupid show anymore. Preston, watch out!
Well, babe, looks like it's just us. What do you think we ought to do?
Don't know, but I don't want to try crossing that street.
Well, what do you say we just sing a song?
Works for me.
He was a cuffling, cutthroat, tough, boyish man. Hard-nosed, Dow Jones CEO'd a snake in the grass.
She was high class, high tone, bleach blonde, socialite.
Liposuction tummy tucked stuff up.
She was his wife.
He meets a model in L.A. She rolls his rolls into a lake. When she gets 30 million, lawyers take a holiday. But they were made for love, yeah. Two has one hole. What heaven hath wrought upon us, let no one touch with a 10-foot pole. They're not normal like us. They're nothing like none of our friends. I know it may not be perfect. Thank God we're nothing like them. No, no. He was a low-down, low-lifed, loud-mouthed, mannish boy. Out on parole, testosterone, over-imbibed, underemployed.
She was a big hair, big bone, tattooed turtle dove. They had a trashy TV talk show kind of love.
She's out carousing when he calls. He writes her name on restroom walls. And then they tell Jerry that their parents really caused it all. But they were made for love, yeah. Two halves, one whole. What heaven hath wrought upon us, let no one touch with a 10-foot pole. They're not normal like us, no. They're nothing like none of our friends, I know it may not be perfect. Thank God we're nothing like them, no, no. I was standing by my window when the two of them walked by, and I wish wished a big old tree would fall and hasten their demise. But I stopped myself, I rebuked myself, for I could plainly see the two of them would probably live and sue the pants off me. He was a gray-haired grown-up, 40-something child. Fixed some tunes, played the blues, slept till noon, his parents cried.
She was a folked out Girl Scout, mop-top Renaissance girl.
They formed a band,
Bought a van.
and set out to see the world. They drive 1,000,000 miles a day. Sometimes they don't even get paid. I guess they think we're all still back in 1968, but they were made for love. Yeah.
I love you, Roger.
Two hairs, one hole. What heaven hath brought upon us? Let no one touch with a 10-foot pole. They're not normal like us, no. They're nothing like none of our friends. I know it may not be perfect. Thank God we're nothing like them. No, no, no. I know it may not be perfect. Thank God we're nothing like them.
So, tell me, Colonel Kelsey, did Will Murphy approve Bloomington Survivor?
No, there was talk about insurance premiums, and we weren't really sure if Rich had a license for that guitar. A license to carry. So the idea got canned, but right now we're just going to sort of let Dennis Riggins and the guys give us a little music from Louis Jordan.
Yeah. 1, 2, oh. Well, my baby, she's got great big feet. She's long and lanky, and she got nothing to eat. She's my baby, I love her just the same. Crazy about that woman, 'cause Caledonia is her name. Help me out here. Caledonia, Caledonia, what make your big head so high? Woo! I love her just the same. Crazy about that woman, 'cause Caledonia is her name. That's Steve Mascara on the bass. You know what my mama told me some time ago, and she's sitting out there right now. My beautiful mama. She said, son, don't go into music. No, that isn't what she said. She said, you know what? You got to get rid of that Caledonia. She's taking all your money. That money could be going to WFHB. Think about it. You know, man, you get up every day, you slave away the day, you're thinking, man, I need that money, and I'm going to spend it on some fun stuff. But first of all, I'm going to spend it on community radio because it's what really matters. I'm a little biased that way, but my mama taught me that. You know, I don't actually ever think I called her my mama. This is the first time. So, hi, Mom. You know what else she told me? She told me to have some fun after I give my money to WFHB. I said, what kind of fun you talking about? She said, you know what kind of fun I'm talking about. I said, well, Mom, I'm not sure that, gosh, you know, the kind of fun you have, you know, is not really, well, you know, it turned out it was. That's what my mama said. She said, enjoy yourself. She said, drink a little beer and spread some good cheer. Yeah. Drink a little gin, and that's where the fun began. And then my dad said, he's sitting out there too, he said, drink a little whiskey and feel a little frisky. Yeah. And then give your money to public radio, you know. And then he said, you know what? Pull off your turban and have a little bourbon. Yeah. Go back in the corner, feel real fine, and have yourself some red wine. Woo, I said, Daddy. Huh. Then he said, you believe this? He said, don't stand out in the rain. Go have some cold champagne. Yeah. Have a couple of shots of scotch. Move up a notch. Who doesn't want to move up a notch? I'm telling you, yeah, right there. I'm not going to do that last one. Kelsey's going to kill me if I do that. He told me about it, yeah. The last one is, and my mama told me this, when I was about that tall, she said, drink a little vodka and go out and do the things you ought not to. Oh boy, I'm gonna get whipped when I get home. Here we go, guys. Let's hit it. Take it on. Yeah, yeah. Caledonia, Caledonia. What made your big head so hot? Woo, yeah. I love you just the same. Caledonia is her name. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Yeah. Let's hear it for Art Heckman.
brown steak in the air. Locked up the barn with the greatest of care. Down in the hen house, something stirred. When he shouted, "Who's there?" Oh, this is what he heard. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. So calm yourself and stop your fuss. There ain't nobody here but us. We chickens trying to sleep, and you butt in and hobble, 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 hobble with your chin. There ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. You're stomping around, shaking the ground. You're kicking up an awful dust. We chickens trying to sleep, and you butt in and hobble, 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 hobble. It's a sin. Tomorrow is a busy day. We got things to do, we got eggs to lay. We got ground to dig and worms to scratch. It takes a lot of setting, getting chicks to hatch. There ain't nobody here but us chickens. There ain't nobody here at all. So quiet yourself, stop your fuss. There ain't nobody here but us. Kindly point that gun the other way and hobble, hobble, hobble off. It's the hay. Tomorrow is a busy day. We got things to do, we got eggs to lay. We got ground to dig and worms to scratch. Takes a lot of setting, getting chicks to hatch. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. So quiet yourself, stop your fuss. Ain't nobody here but us. Kindly point that gun the other way. Hobble, hobble, hobble off and get the hay. Hey, boss man, what do you say? It's easy picking. Ain't nobody here but us chickens.
Arthur Heckman, Smokin' Dennis Riggins. From the sublime to the ridiculous, a word from our sponsor, Phil and Joe Enterprises.
Friends and neighbors, I know you've been reading a lot lately about the newest trend in the culinary arts, slow cooking. And I'm here to tell you that once again, the world is just starting to catch up with Phil and Joe established eateries, Arby's, Roadkill, a go-go. And here's how it works. You just pull up to the drive-in window. How can I help you?
What's good today, Billy Bob?
Oh, got some great raccoon. Just fresh from our most reliable supplier, the I-69 area. Be ready in a couple of days.
Well, all right. Make that 2 orders. I'll see you in a couple of days.
You want flies with that?
Yeah, and a couple of vanilla snakes, too.
Forget fast food, folks. Get the ultimate in slow cook goodness at your nearby Arby's Roadkill a Go-Go.
That was lovely and euphonious. The man in the moon got a letter. Dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that due to the economic downturn, your job has been outsourced to Mumbai, where it is now being performed by a starving 12-year-old Hindu with pellagra for a fraction of what you were paid. As a token of our sincere appreciation for your many years of selfless labor, we enclose a picture of a gold watch and the stock portfolio in which your pension funds were invested, worthless, of course. Best of luck, Office of Management and the Budget. What does it say, Lester? I'm fired, Martha. I've been canned. Oh, canned. After all these years. What will you do? I shall go seek another position at once, he said. I'll pack your bag, dear. Let's see, shirts and socks and your good wool gabardine and some nice sandwiches. Sandwiches, my God, he needed a job at his age. Where to start looking? He stared out the window through the moonflower vines. And Martha, what would she do without him? Read, dear, and milk the goats, just the way I always do. Don't worry. Everything works out for the best, I've always thought. Give us a kiss now, and off you go. But where am I going? He said. I've heard that Iowa is full of opportunity. Try Iowa. He went to Iowa, to Council Bluffs just west of the river. He bought a newspaper and an orange crush from an urchin in a bodega, walked to the park, sat down on a bench, flapped the paper open to the one ads. Let's see. Medical receptionist? No. Bartender? No. Topless dancer? No. Copy editor? No. Child care provider? Some lies. Housekeeping? Good Lord, no. His eyes scanned the columns, stopped at night watchman. References required. Apply in person. R&B Salvage, 2417 East State Road 50. I can be a night watchman, he thought. I got plenty of experience. He hiked the 9 miles out to R&B Salvage, 2 acres of dead trucks and cars surrounded by an 8-foot concrete fence topped with barbed wire. The office, an old stubby Airstream, was crammed with applicants. He handed his resume to the girl behind the desk. Take a seat, she said. The boss will call you. He waited. Gradually, the room thinned. Hard times, patches on the jeans, holes in the shoes. His was the last name called. Lester Beavers, said the boss. Says here you've had 147 years of experience as a night watchman. On the moon. Is this a joke? No, said Lester. It's a hereditary position, or so I always believed. I took over from my father, who had the job from his. You don't look that old, said the boss. And not much gravity on the moon, said Lester. It saves wear and tear. And you did what, exactly? I watched, said Lester. That's what the man in the moon does. Watched what? People? Are you some kind of peep freak? No, I mean, yes, I did watch people, but not intentionally. I watch the tides. I maintain the orbit. I make course corrections and steer clear of rockets and space garbage and keep the weather moving. That kind of thing. The boss drummed his fingers on the desk, considered the cachet of having the man in the moon for a night watchman. Finally, he said, "How'd you feel about dogs?" "I feel fine about dogs," said Lester. He thought perhaps he should tell the boss that dogs howling at the moon was part of the intricate navigational system that made the whole thing work. Stars and planets and tides and the Coriolis effect. Dogs were almost as important as rhinoceros beetles. But just then the boss said, "Okay, you got the job. 7 nights a week, 10 hours a night, $10 an hour. You provide your own flash." Lester didn't have a flash, not that he needed one. He could see in the dark pretty well, and besides, Martha had packed a thermos of moonlight in his bag. He settled into the rhythm of his new job. Days, he slept in an old Studebaker. Nights, he marched around the mangled cars, the long warehouse where carburetors and doors and thermostats and camshafts lay tagged and waiting. Everything in the R&B yard was waiting to be dismantled or sold or crushed in the crusher. The rats in the warehouse waited for night. After dark, they played pinochle and scrounged soggy chips from the waste bins. The dogs, 2 lithe Dobermans and an old Basset with a dirty mind named Fred, waited for Lester to unchain them and pour kibble in their bowls. Lester played pinochle with the rats. He watched over the 2 acres of junk. Every 2 weeks, he sent his paycheck home to Martha. Mostly, he waited for the moon to get full. And then he waited for it to fade. The work was easy, boring in its sameness, cold in the winter, hot in the summer. Lester didn't mind that part. Somehow, Iowa didn't seem very different from the moon that way. He missed his wife, of course he did, though she emailed him every day. "The goats are fine, dear. The moonflowers are lovely. My sister's coming out for a week." It was an okay life there in Iowa. A little sad, a little lonely, a little diminished, but okay. And then suddenly things changed. One night at the beginning of Lester's second year at the junkyard, a graduate student who worked part-time at the Mount Palomar telescope out there in California peered through the great lens. "Son of a, where is the man in the moon?" he told his thesis director. "Man, the moon's gone, man." "Gone where?" "Just gone, I don't know." Learned folk observed, calculated, sent instant messages. The story leaked to the press, headlines all over the joint. "Man in the moon fired. Who is responsible?" Followed by much plausible deniability. The stock market crashed again. CNN sent a camera crew out to R&B salvage. "Is it true you got the man in the moon working here?" "Yeah," said the boss. "He's the night watchman." Live on the evening news, "Man in the moon in Council Bluffs." People thronged to the city. They put up tents and clogged the streets. The mayor figured he'd get a new building out of it. It was a big mess. Global panic, rising tide of outrage. The president and the secretary general of the UN pleaded for calm. Finally, someone in the Office of Management and Budget stepped up and took the hit. A mistake had been made. It would be corrected. The urchin in Mumbai got the boot. He later snagged a part in an art movie. And Lester Beavers went back to the moon. "How was your trip, dear?" "Oh, it was okay, but I wouldn't want to live there."
Well, after all this, we did find one program that we think just might fly. There are really a lot of talented people around Bloomington, and we found one that sounds just like Don Fisher. And we got this show. Would you care to hear the demo, Arbutus?
I beg your pardon?
The demo of the new show.
The dental?
The
Do I
dental.
have dental in my new insurance package?
No, you have spinach in your teeth.
Oh. I love to hear a demo, Colonel Calpe. Lay it on me.
Okay, roll the tape, guys.
American Idol. And here's your host, the voice of Indiana University Sports, Don Fisher.
Welcome once again to another Bloomington Idol contest. I'm Don Fisher with the play-by-play, and with me as usual at these broadcasts is longtime Herald Telephone entertainer, writer Leonard Michaels. Well, Leonard, looks like we got ourselves a real barn burner tonight.
Could be, Don. Let's take a look at our book of matches. The Cherry Tomatoes are a group from the Chicago area, and even though they're undefeated, I know they're taking this contest very seriously indeed. We have to call them the favorites this evening, with Art Heckman a close second.
Well, that may well be the case, Leonard. The other contestants are certainly enthusiastic, but they're young, and it's a question of whether they really have the moves yet. We'll have to see if they're up to the competition here tonight, and the judges, Simon Lothlarian, Adonna Audley, and Oliver Guthrie, will obviously have a huge impact on the way this competition unfolds.
You're so right, Fish. You know there's been a lot of bad blood between head judge Simon Lothlarian and Adonna Audley.
Well, Leonard, these things will happen, and I guess that tells us who we have to watch tonight. But the judges are getting together on the floor, so let's go down and hear what they're talking about.
And Winnie the Pooh's thinking, if that pig sneezes, he's dead meat. Cracky, looks like we're on the air, mates. Oliver, who's the first contestant?
That would be Reed Rushing. I believe he's going to sing for us, Simon.
And Reed Rushing steps quickly up to the mic. Oh, he looks at the band leader and nods his head.
Oh, Don, that was an incredibly bad move by Reed. Simon Lothlarian was just about to say something, but Reed jumped the gun and cut Simon off.
Simon doesn't look happy about that, but they haven't called a blocking foul. And here's Reed. Let's listen.
I don't think that I can fake it, so I'd better start to shake it, or I'll never get back on the show again.
And the gong rings out for the first time tonight. Simon Lothlarian faked left, came back to the right, grabbed the hammer, and really let him have it. You certainly call that one, Leonard. Reed has been gonged off the show before he really got started. That's another serious turnover for this young performer.
Well, it's that inexperience we were talking about earlier, Don. But Judge Lothlarian wasn't the man to be making that call. Both of the other two judges had a better view of what was happening.
Be that as it may, Leonard, the next performer is coming out across the timeline right now. As she moves up the court, Adonna Audley is saying something.
Really, Simon, you ought to at least give us a couple of passes before you make your move.
Yes, we practiced that all week. Now let's make welcome our next competitor, Elizabeth La Boom Boom.
Hello, Elizabeth. You're a cute-looking young thing if ever I saw one.
Why, thank you, Simon. Would you like to take me to your dressing room for a private audition?
Ooh, and it's a quick pass at Simon Lothlarian. That's a great inside move, but it could get her whistled for a technical really quick. Looks like Judge Adonna's not happy.
Oh, look, Missy, settle down and get your song, or you're out of here.
Well, you're not the boss of me, lady. Hit it, boys. Midnight at the Oasis. Sing your camel band. Got camouflage on faces. Hey, let me finish my song. I'm not leaving the stage till I'm done.
Security! Security! Get this person off of the stage now!
And the security team moves up from backcourt to wrestle Elizabeth off to the sidelines.
Off me, you big brute!
It's a left to the body, a right to the shoulder, a knee to the...
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And a subpoena right in the face as she's pulled off stage. Wow, Leonard, I don't think we've seen a dust-up like that in a long time.
Not since the 80s, Don, when a contestant's vocal coach threw a chair at the judges. The last time I think we had multiple gongs was years ago, I believe, with Racy Bright.
I'm sure they'll be reviewing the tape in the front office tomorrow. Leonard, it's time to take a look and ready to resume our play.
Our next contestant is local fave Art Heckman. Art, you look like you've come to compete.
Yes, the sequins in your shirt is very impressive, and I love the new tattoos and body studs.
And I see you brought the Heck girls with you tonight, Art.
That's right. You're going to be in for some pretty impressive dance routines tonight, folks.
Well, Don, it looks like Art is upgrading his act after that last humiliating defeat. That's what 17 contest appearances can do for you.
He's serious. He is serious this time, Leonard, and I think he's about to start singing. Let's see how well those years have paid off.
Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. I went downtown to the cabbage farmer, hoping I could get ahead. Standing on the corner in a coat of armor, this is what he said. He told me to look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. This old highway ain't my street of dreams. Standing on the road with my thumb on my shoulder, hoping I can get away. Along come a man on his way to Boulder, and this is what he have to say. He told me to look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. This old highway ain't my street of dreams. I got neon lights in the middle of a city, flashing in the pan of my soul. Every time I think I'm finally really sitting pretty, I find another place to go. Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. This old highway ain't my street of dreams. I say it again now. Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. Look for that street of dreams. This old highway ain't my street of dreams. No, it ain't now.
Well, Don, I'd say that Art's had a big payoff from all of those extra years of practice. He must be feeling good about his decision to not go pro back then. And weren't those dancers something?
No doubt about that, Leonard. I sure wish the radio audience could have seen them. But now, the Cherry Tomatoes are getting set to come off the bench, and you know they're always a force to be reckoned with.
Folks, it's time for our last contestants of the evening, Jackie and Rich, the Cherry Tomatoes.
Jackie, what's with these costumes? I've got to say, I've never seen you two look so dowdy.
It's the new look, Simon. I mean, dowdy is so in. It's completely replaced dressing in black. And everybody's taking waltz lessons now.
Sounds serious, Leonard. And here we go now. Jackie steps up to the mic, she eyes it, flies it, and it's in the air.
Sitting, staring, walls aren't caring. I know no one. Why did I come? Sorry, oh no, no one sitting there. Oh please, feel free. You can take the chair. Oh dear, I see. You don't want to sit just to the other side. You're taking it. Oh God, how embarrassing. Yeah, right. Who would sit by me? I wanna go.
Nobody knows or sees me.
It's not polite.
I can leave soon.
Maybe I'll hide a while in the John. Oh damn, the door is locked.
Why did I?
It's too early.
Even come.
I can't go yet.
I don't know.
I should have sent them.
Anyone.
My deep regrets. I'm overdressed.
This was casual.
My hair's all
Here to
stiff.
isn't natural.
This tie is wrong.
My belt's too tight.
I hate these shoes. No one wears white.
I gotta look at them all dancing. How do they do the romance thing? It's not funny, it won't come naturally. I just can't move like that. Well, actually, I haven't tried. What's the sense? Sure don't see
There by the
anyone to
fern.
dance with.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Over there.
Over there.
She looks
She
nice.
looks shy.
Don't stare. Don't stare. She's not talking to anyone. Poor girl.
Guys,
not having any fun. Maybe I could go over there. Should I just walk over? Geez, I don't know. Don't stare, don't stare. Oh crud, I'm sweating now, aren't I? This happens to me all the time. A nasty trick God plays on shy people. We're being selected out of the gene pool. This isn't fair,
I need some air.
but I don't
I
care.
really need some air.
I don't know what I'll say, but darn it anyway, I'm going over there.
Out of here, if I get out the door, then I can just keep going. I
where
don't need
did
my
she
coat.
go?
Maybe leave it snowing. Gee, where is my coat? How would I
No,
get it back?
did
Is it
she
on the
go
bed or hung up on
home? Ah, damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, I've missed my
Can't
chance.
stay outside, I'll freeze.
I only thought she might want to dance
Stop trying too high.
with me. Oh, there she is.
I better.
She looks so cold.
Oh, he's still here.
She was out
I look so dumb.
without her coat.
There's snow in my hair.
The snow looks
He's
lovely
looking at me.
in her hair. I'm going to do it.
Will he come here?
I'm going to
Shall I
go over there.
What should I do?
I'm going.
He's coming.
What will I say? All of you self-assured people, get out of the way.
It's
A
a
waltz is
I love a
playing.
waltz. I can handle the slow ones. Don't let it
What
end.
am I saying? This dance has not yet begun. Left,
At
right,
least I think
left,
he's
right,
coming
left,
here.
right. Why can't I get it right? I'm not dancing.
I'm
I'm just
too
walking.
scared
Let
of people. Stop talking. Go on, go on, go on. Don't blow this chance.
Pardon me,
Please, oh,
do
please,
you
oh, please, oh.
I might
Yes, yes,
have this
yes.
dance?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
La,
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 la, la, la.
Oops.
Sorry.
La,
La,
la.
la. Oh, no.
What?
wait.
No,
One, two, no, I'm doing a one, two, three. La,
La, la, la, la, la, la.
hey, we've got it now. La, 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 la.
Well, who would have thought that someone who looked so dowdy could sing so well?
Well, Don, it takes you back to the 80s and early 90s when we had a lot of talent, but a decided lack of fashion sense.
Oh, those were the days, Leonard. I still have a closet full of leisure suits. Well, I'll have the results of the judges' votes for a winner in just a few minutes, but while we're waiting for that, it's time to hear your pick for hardest working contestant on the stage.
Don, I don't think there's any question about that. The honors have to go to Art Heckman this week. He was all over the stage and really put his heart and soul into the performance. In fact, I guess he's got a really good chance of picking the cherry tomatoes off here and walking away with the grand prize.
Well, Leonard, we'll find out how accurate your prediction is right now. I've just been handed the results of the judges' votes, and the winner of tonight's Bloomington Idol contest is Reed Rushing. Reed Rushing? Leonard, have we ever had a case where a contestant who got gonged off the stage actually won the competition?
No, Don, not even all the way back before radio when all the contestants used megaphones. I think this is definitely the first time for something like this to happen. It looks to me like Donna and Oliver are protesting that quick first gong from head judge Simon Lotharian.
I believe you're right about that, Leonard. Here's Reed Rushing in mid-court now, stepping up to the mic for his second shot.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to thank my mother and my father and my father's second wife and my mother's second and third husbands and all the people like Miss Kingsolver in the third grade who believed in me through this long, hard journey. And Adana, I got your note and I'll be there after the show. Someone left the compost in the rain. I don't think that I can fake it, so I'd better start to shake it, or I'll never get back on this show again. Oh,
Well, Leonard, there's no question that the audience loves it.
Don, as I've always said, there's just no accounting for taste. But look, Simon Lotharian is leaving the stage in disgust.
I don't think he's going to be joining us for the traditional post-match interview. So, I guess that about wraps up our broadcast for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bloomington Idol is brought to you by Community Radio WFHB and has absolutely no connection whatsoever with Indiana University or near-field sports. For Leonard Michaels and the whole crew, I'm Don Fisher.
So that was your demo, right?
That was it.
That was the demo?
Mm-hmm. You like it?
If you come over here a little closer, I'll tell you what you can do with it. It was moving in so many ways.
Okay, well, we've had the big star, we've had the big stuff. We now have time for the little stuff, the Rich
That was not
Prezioso.
so little. That was a wonderful song they just sang. Get a grip.
Rich Prezioso and Jackie Manning, they are going to be doing a house concert tomorrow. We can tell you about that after the show, and they're also selling CDs out there in the lobby, and they're going to do one more short set for us, about 10 minutes, guys.
Okay. These CDs not available in any stores.
My grandmother had 3 sons. She dreamed about her children's children. Then came 1941. Only one son would see the war end. Joseph died marching in Battelle. Frank on the sands of Iwo Jima. The day the bomb destroyed Japan. She thanked God and Harry Truman. She blamed the godless Japanese for having crushed her sweetest dreams. 1,000 candles for my sons. Every day I will remember. In Illinois, far from her past, Miss Nakamura still remembers. She was 6 when she saw the flash that turned the world to smoke and ashes. And mother taught her daughter, well, run from the fire to the river. And there she found a living hell, but not a mother or a father. Well, she survived with just a scrape. Her family vanished into space. 1,000 suns, 1,000 cranes. Every day I will remember. My grandmother had 3 sons. She never dreamed she'd have a daughter. But at the age of 81, she met a nurse named Nakamura. And it was a question only meant to make some talk and pass the hours about a picture by the bed, a photograph of 2 young soldiers. Hatred and anger stored for years slowly melted into tears. 1,000 candles, 1,000 cranes. Every day I will remember. Now I have a picture in my mind of 2 women slowly walking. August 6th, 1985, walking to church to light a candle. And they once asked me to explain why grown men play such foolish games. 1,000 candles, 1,000 cranes. Every day I will remember. Thank you. Thank you. I brought this. I have to play it. You know, we're from Illinois. We're from around Chicago, and so we gotta mention a couple of Illinois things. We're still proud of our ex-junior senator, right? Yeah. Still like the guy. Yeah. We're not really so sure about our current junior senator, and I think you share our opinion that our former governor is a moron. I have a theory. I think, remember the old horror movies where the hand takes over the body? It was the hair. The hair just took over his brain. He just couldn't do anything. He couldn't help himself, you know. Speaking of Chicago, this is a song by a songwriter named Jim McCandless, James McCandless. This is a great song called Cherokee Bill. Cherokee Bill, Cemetery Hill, never said please, never said thank you, neither. No. He was a one-man gang, sticking up banks, shooting any man unlucky enough to be there. They round him up, slap on the cuff, slam him in the cell, and throw that key away. But sure as hell, Cherokee Bill will bust out of jail again in a couple of days. Cherokee Bill for Cemetery Hill, never sip tea, never touch soapy water. And the only dance he would ever know was a do-si-do with the deputy sheriff's daughter. Now, tracked him down in Prairie Dog Town. It took 100 men to make him live. They built a special cell for him to reinforce the bars with plated steel. They used a heavy-duty rope on him to strung him up. The devil was heard to say, we've had him down here twice before. We're gonna kick him out of hell again in a couple of days. Cherokee Bill, Cemetery Hill, he's gone. He'll be back again tonight. We're gonna keep on sending him back to Old Bill and finally get it right. Cherokee Bill from Cemetery Hill never said please, never said thank you, neither. No, no. He was a one-man gang, sticking up banks, shooting any man unlucky enough to be there. They round him up, they'd slap on the cuff, slam him in the cell, and throw that key away. But sure as hell, old Cherokee Bill bust out of jail again in a couple of days. Cherokee Bill, Cemetery Hill, he's gone. He'll be back again tonight. We're gonna keep on sending him back to Old Bill and finally get it right. We're gonna keep on sending him back to Old Bill and finally get it right.
You've been listening to WFHB's Summer Variety Extravaganza. We'd like to thank our special guest, Small Potatoes from Chicago, and Mr. Don Fisher from Indianapolis. Thanks also to our musical performers, Ginger Curry, Art Heckman, and Dennis Riggins and his Firehouse Swing Thing. Tonight, featuring Pat Harbison on trumpet, Steve Mascari on bass, Max Marshall on piano, and Kent Pellerite on drums. Voices were provided by the mighty Firehouse Art Players, Mike Leonard, Emily Jackson, Kirby Hondo Thompson, Carolyn Vanderweel, Suzette Wheatley, Mark Scrapper Blackwell, Dan G-Man Selvaggi, and Jeff Stone, Art Heckman as Hoagie, and Richard Fish as about everyone else. Our hosts were Arbutus Cunningham and Mike Kelsey. Sound effects were provided by Dan G-Man Selvaggi and me. Radio sound was mixed by Jeffrey Sundog Morris, and house sound was handled by Jacob Lish of the Buzzkirk Chumley Theater. Studio engineer was John Byers. Tonight's show was produced by Mike Kelsey, directed by Richard Fish, and written by Mike Kelsey and Richard Fish. WFHB's general manager is Will Murphy. I'm your announcer, Jeff Stone, and we're out of here. But don't forget to join us in September for our fall extravaganza.